Hey guys, so Survivor Series 2017 went down tonight, and if you're a wrestling fan, you know that this is one of WWE's big four pay-per-view events of the year. The other three, of course, being the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam. So this was the big event of the fall. It should hold us over to the Royal Rumble. It would definitely set some storylines up, possibly for the Royal Rumble and perhaps WrestleMania. So let's hop right into it. The first match was on the kickoff show. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was not really paying attention to the kickoff show. My Cincinnati Bengals were playing the Denver Broncos today, got that win, but the kickoff show was on pretty much throughout the entire game. So I had it on my iPad, but I was mainly focusing on the game. But I did see who won what match. So the first match on the kickoff show was Elias taking on Matt Hardy. In the end, Elias got the win. I don't think this is going to be a feud going forward. I think it was just something to help Elias get onto the Survivor Series card and keep Matt Hardy busy while his brother Jeff Hardy recuperates from his surgery. But as I said, Elias gets the win. Hopefully he can continue to build up because I think he's very entertaining. I like when he asks, like, he wants to take a walk with Elias. His songs where he insults the city that he's in are very funny. I think this guy can be a big time star for WWE, and this match was obviously just a way to help build him up. The next match was Enzo taking on Kalisto for the Cruiserweight Championship. In the end, Enzo retained his title. I did not really think Kalisto had a chance at regaining his championship. I think they kind of just threw Kalisto in there after Neville walked out on the company. So now that Enzo has defeated Kalisto again, it's time for him to move on to somebody else. I don't know if they're going to have another surprise debut in the Cruiserweight division or perhaps move on to another competitor in the Cruiserweight division. I'm still waiting for Cedric Alexander to get his shot at the Cruiserweight Championship. On 205 Live a couple weeks ago, Enzo actually cheated to defeat Cedric Alexander to get the shot at Neville's Cruiserweight Championship after Cedric Alexander had eliminated everybody in the match. So this would be a perfect way to kind of go back to that storyline and have Cedric get some redemption against Enzo. The next match on the card, I think, was kind of just thrown in together. It was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn taking on the tag team of Xango. No surprise here, Zayn and Owens got the win. They have been very entertaining as a tag team. Xango has been very entertaining as a tag team, but I think this was just something to hold them over, help get Zayn and Owens on the card, and get Xango on the card as well, and kind of hold them over until the Bludgeon Brothers debut. I think Xango and the Bludgeon Brothers are going to have a feud, and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. While they did make it onto the kickoff show, that was not the last we saw them that night, and I'll break that down later. So after that match, the official Survivor Series card began, and they started to show off with a bang. It was the Dream match, the New Day taking on the Shield, and the match, or the hype for this match, was sky high, and these two teams surpassed it. Fantastic match of the night, in my opinion. I mean, they set the bar really high. No other match passed it. There was one match that got really close, but I still think the Shield versus New Day match was the best match of the night. Whenever you have two great teams with solid chemistry with each other, and then as a team as well. So you got Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose on the Shield, you got Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, Big E on the New Day, and both of these teams deliver quality matches night in and night out, and throwing them both together was a recipe for success. A lot of cool spots, but in the end, the Shield proved that the Ounce of Justice reigned supreme over the Unicorns. They hit a triple powerbomb from the top rope on Kofi Kingston to seal the win. And the Shield tops the New Day in a fantastic match of the night. Definitely a match you want to check out. After that, it was the Team Raw women taking on the Team Smackdown women. And this was playing into that brand warfare. So Shield was on Raw, New Day was on SmackDown. Then you had the Team Raw women taking on the Team SmackDown women. And in the end, the Team Raw women defeated the Team SmackDown women. Asuka looked like a beast, as you pretty much figured she would. I really did not think Team SmackDown had a shot at winning this match because Asuka was on Team Raw. They've been building her up, promoting her undefeated streak in NXT. She hasn't been defeated since she debuted on the main roster, and there was no way they were going to have her first loss be in this type of match. So she ends up picking up the win for Team Raw after, I think, eliminating the last two Team SmackDown members on her own. She was the sole survivor, and the match itself was okay, but the big story here was that WWE is continuing to build Asuka as a monster for the Raw Women's division. After that, it was Baron Corbin taking on The Miz and the United States Champion representing SmackDown. and the Intercontinental Champion representing Raw. The match is okay, nothing too special, kind of something you'd probably see, the match type of quality anyways, you'd see on an episode of Raw and SmackDown. And with Raw already being up 2-0, you had to think SmackDown was going to win this match, and they did just that. Baron Corbin came in clutch for Team Blue, hitting the End of Days on The Miz for the win, and the United States Champion reigned supreme over the Intercontinental Champion tonight. Following that match, it was the SmackDown Tag Team Champions taking on the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Usos taking on The Bar, and I thought this match was going to be a lot better than what it actually was. I had high expectations, and it did not really live up to those expectations. It was still a good match, but I felt like it could have been a whole lot better. It's still solid action. There was a cool spot where Sheamus and Cesaro were attempting to do like a power bomb. I don't know what they were attempting. It was in the ring corner, but one of the Usos was able to counter Sheamus into a Samoan drop. So Cesaro ended up power bombing the Uso, who had Sheamus in Samoan drop. So it was like a power bomb Samoan drop combination. Really cool move. And the ending sequence was really cool. The Usos hit a couple of double super kicks on Sheamus. The one ran out and attacked Cesaro, and then the other one hit a splash on top rope to pick up the win for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So the Usos get the win over The Bar, and is now tied at Raw 2, SmackDown 2. And the next match was the SmackDown Women's Champ versus the Raw Women's Champ, Charlotte versus Alexa Bliss. And at this point, I mean, you pretty much knew who was going to win this match. SmackDown had tied it up, and there was only one more champion versus championship match after this. So it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that Charlotte was going to defeat Alexa Bliss, and she did just that. The match was good, nothing too special, nothing show-stealing or anything. Both women did just fine. Bliss, played the heel role perfectly. Charlotte, she played the face role fine, and in the end, Charlotte got the win by making Alexa Bliss tap out to the figure 8. So SmackDown's ahead 3-2 at this point, and the next match, AJ Styles, the WWE Champion representing SmackDown, and Brock Lesnar, the Universal Champion representing Raw. Those two clashed, and this was a fantastic match. Had the Shield and New Day not been on this card, this would have been a match of the night, but it was a fantastic match. It started out as a typical Brock Lesnar match where he was just dominating, and I was surprised he was doing more than just German suplex after German suplex. He brought out some more offensive maneuvers. AJ Styles went on a comeback, looked like he had the chance to win. He had a really cool combination spot. He had a lion salt, then went right back outside and did a springboard 450 splash. Hit a phenomenal forearm on Lesnar, but Lesnar kicked out. And in the end, Styles went for another phenomenal forearm. Lesnar was able to counter that into an F5 and pick up the win. So at this point, it is now 3-3, which, it's WWE, so you knew the final match was going to be the one deciding match to see who is the superior brand for 2017. So it was Team Raw's 5 best male wrestlers versus Team SmackDown's 5 best male wrestlers. And this match was good. Wasn't as good as Lesnar vs. Styles or Shield vs. New Day, and wasn't as good as last year's Team Raw vs. Team SmackDown match, but still a very entertaining bout. It was loaded with talent. Team SmackDown had John Cena, Randy Orton, Shane McMahon, Bobby Roode, and Shinsuke Nakamura, while Team Raw had Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Kurt Angle, and Triple H. And the match itself was really fun to watch, some solid action, but in the end I feel like kind of tripped over itself. The booking might have gotten away a little bit. It was Angle, Triple H, and Strowman as the final 3 Raw competitors taking on Shane McMahon, who was the last SmackDown guy. And Triple H tagged himself in again on Strowman because he wanted to take out Shane, and then Angle tagged himself in against Triple H because he wanted to take out Shane. So Shane mounts a little bit of offense, but then eventually Angle puts Shane in the ankle lock. Looks like he's about to tap. Triple H comes in, hits the pedigree on Kurt Angle, tosses Shane on top of Kurt Angle, and Angle's eliminated. And then Triple H and Strowman have a stare down, and Triple H starts backing up and looks like he's siding with Shane. Shane looked kind of confused, but it turns out to be a big ruse as Triple H hits the pedigree on Shane and eliminates him to pick up the win for Team Raw. So yeah, it's kind of weird. It would have been cool if it was actually Triple H was actually teaming up with Shane, but that was not the case. Triple H was just playing Strowman and apparently the crowd because they were confused as well. So aside from the ending, there are still some more cool spots. The entire Smackdown Live team ended up putting Strowman through an announce table. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens came out and attacked Shane McMahon before he ran them off with a couple chair shots. Cena was eliminated surprisingly early, or kind of middle of the match. I thought he would have been one of the last guys for Team Smackdown, but I think he was the third guy eliminated after Nakamura and Rude had been eliminated. And then for storyline-wise, you had Joe and Balor arguing. You had the whole thing with Kurt Angle and Triple H going down. So there's definitely some storylines being set up for the Royal Rumble and onward. Mainly Joe versus Balor, and then Triple H versus Kurt Angle will probably most likely be a WrestleMania match. And yeah, that was everything that happened at Survivor Series, except for, at the end, to send the crowd home happy, Strowman power slammed Triple H twice and then walked off, leaving Triple H laying in the ring. So that was a pretty funny moment to see Strowman just destroy Triple H like that. But yeah, that was Survivor Series 2017. Not as good as War Games that NXT presented the night before. That was the show of the weekend, in my opinion. War Games blew the roof off the place, but Survivor Series was okay. The main matches you want to see, if you want to see a loaded main event, then definitely watch the Team Raw vs Team Smackdown main event. But the two matches you must see if you're a wrestling fan: Lesnar vs Styles and Shield vs New Day. Best matches on the card by far, with Shield versus New Day stealing the show, in my opinion. And that's all I got for you. That was Survivor Series 2017 in a nutshell. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Check out the description below to follow me on Twitter, and check out my website, cincyfanzone.blogspot.com. I have a lot of content up there, so please feel free to check it out. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.